Hello there everybody, welcome back to another Train to Mod 5 video. Join us on, well, yet another German route. We're in the German mood at the moment. I suppose as Frankfurt S-Bahn's approaching, it's sort of like, I want to play German stuff. So we're on Hamburg-Lubeck. Yeah, we haven't done that in a while, have we? And the joys of German stuff is, a lot of it is all sort of standardised. At least Deutsche Bahn, it controls most of the railways. So lots of different locos go onto different substitute onto lots of different routes. So we're using the DBBL 114, which comes from the Kinzigtalbahn on Hamburg-Lubeck. So let's get it all set up. It may look a bit funny because it is, well, of course, a newer train in the game on an older route. This route hasn't been upgraded, so it might look a bit off. Yeah, all the lighting is just, yeah, probably not how it should be. Let's see, that's fine. PZB, where's that on this one? I think that's in the other cab, isn't it? PZB. I'll probably just use the cheap way and do control enter. Let's quickly go back to the other cab. Just quickly. There we go. Because originally on this route you get the DBBL 112. The 114 isn't really a lot different. Where is PZB on this one? Well, we'll just do the cheap way and do... Oh, hang on, no, it's probably in the corridor, isn't it? Silly me, yeah, it's probably in the corridor. If we go through here... is it in here? I thought you can walk all the way through. Yeah, here it is here. It's like the 143 and the 112. Let's see. PZB on and CFA on. Anything else? No, I think that's everything. Right, that's the safety systems on. We're going up to Bargteheide on this run. Let's get that off. It's got the sort of speed selector on this one. We're going to be calling it Hasselbrook, Hamburg-Wandsbek. All stops basically. And let's get going. Oh, Trainline Power's not on. Where's that one? It's over here somewhere. Trainline Power. Train Power on. Apparently it's still not on. It's just off at the moment. Hang on. I want to get... Oh, that's on now. Yeah, it's on. Cool, right. Out we go out of Hamburg, which is a pretty impressive station. I'm just going to turn the audio down as well. So it's a little bit noisy on the outside. But yeah, lighting might look a bit off because, yeah, this is one of the old TSW routes and we're in a new TSW train. So it might look a bit off, but should be okay. Yeah, sort of the joys. In fact, what does the front say? Oh, the front does say Bargteheide. Yeah, sort of the joys of... It's a bit like doing the old British rail stuff on UK routes, where you can use all of the different locomotives across all of the different sort of old routes. That's sort of the cool thing about Germany. Sort of locomotives from Frankfurt come on to basically any route. Like, all of the locos go on to basically every other route. So there's so much variety. Which is sort of one of the just great things about playing German routes is the variety. You just can't beat it. Right, we have to be careful here. Although saying that is now flashing 85, so we can go up to well, 85. But we did still have a green over yellow, so we'll just stay as we are at the moment. We're actually picking up a bit of speed, although the dynamic brakes kicked in. So I'll just take it steady. Nice and slow. Green over yellow there. And yeah, it's push-pull, so you've got the Dosto on the other end of this. That's one of the trains I don't really like driving, is the Dosto. I just don't like it. I think because it's just been in the game so long and it's just not interesting to drive. I don't know, I just don't like driving the Dosto. I mean, we do need to do it at some point, but yeah, just not I don't really like driving from it. I like the locomotive end. Right, up to 60. I don't know, what does everyone prefer? Do you prefer the cab car end of trains or the locomotive end? Up to 100. And you've got the Hamburg, the S-Bahn. That's on the left-hand side. Yeah, the 114, we don't stop at this one. So yeah, very similar to that of the 112 and the 143. A little bit different. And I'd assume this has been to Hamburg in real life, hence the reason why you can use it on here. That's something I'm going to look up. DBBR114 Hamburg. Right, let's pop the speed down, as I don't think we're too far off of the next stop. Yeah, all right, there we go. Oh, in fact, actually, for Train Sim Classic, I think the 114 is actually a DLC for Hamburg-Lubeck. A bit quick. Just got to be careful in this train. I think you can use the speed selector to slow you down. Yeah, it's, the 143, 112 and 114, it's funny with the speed selector. Sort of a bit of a fidgety train to drive. Right, here we are. This is Hasselbrook. Get the doors open. We're actually on time, like bang on time, which is it's good. Cool. Right. Yeah, we'll sit here for a bit now. Yeah, 114 actually does seem to be a DLC for the Hamburg-Lubeck route on Train Sim Classic. And it has been to Hamburg, so yeah, it does run here. In real life, as well as the 112 as well. So that's good. Right, let's get the doors locked. And up to, there was a 120 board just there, wasn't there? So we'll be able to go up to 120. It's not too far to the next stop. Wandsbeck. Right, we won't put it straight into full whack. There is like a little force selector you can change as well, which is quite ideal for using in say winter months. So you can put the force selector down to like 30% or 40%, as that will stop you from wheel slipping. Because there's well too much power going in, you can sort of turn it down a bit, you can adjust it. And then you've got the line which joins up from Ravensburg sort. That comes up here. That's a little freight terminal which you can drive down to on this route. That joins up here. So a lot of the freight on this route comes up from that. That level crossing's never been fixed. Right, so I put the speed selector down to, well, put it down to 10 at the moment, so that is actually bringing us down, but it's just not really enough. So I'll apply a bit of breakage. You got the fun fair there as well, which I think is the mastery, when I actually did mastery. I never really do them anyway. Collectibles, I mean I might do them on say UK routes, but collectibles, mastery, not really my thing. Like some people love those sorts of things, but for me, I just like getting in the game and driving the train. Like I don't really care about collectibles and stuff like that. Well, I know for some people that is literally what they enjoy about the game. Fair enough. Cool. That wasn't a bad stop, to be honest. I'm quite impressed with that. And we're on time. So we got Hamburg-Tondorf, Hamburg-Rahlstedt, Arensburg, Arensburg-Gartenholz, and then Bargteheide. So we go, it's about halfway up the route. Bargteheide. That's like, there's Old Baderslow up there. I think Bargteheide's this one. No, that's Arensburg. No, Bargteheide is there. So we go about halfway up this route. This route released in 2021. I think it was May 2021, as this was like one of the first routes I got a key from Dovetail Games. Natalie Natster. And it was like really late at night, because this was when the DLC came out at midnight. And yeah, I sort of specifically remember staying up, and Natalie was sort of messaging, all the keys, and I was having a few issues, I think, redeeming the keys. Yeah, I just remember that. There's a few issues redeeming the keys for this route. We done the door. We have done the doors. Just wait for the brakes to come off. Actually, I do get well. Then later that year, they then came up with the Dovetail Games Ambassador program. So since 2021, or sort of May 2021, that's when I started getting keys from Dovetail, which were very much appreciated. But before that, for many years, I was getting the DLCs. I've probably spent a lot of money, I'm sure we all have, on this game. As I first got Train Sim Classic in 2014, and then was getting loads of DLC for that, and then loads of DLC for TSW, so I've definitely spent over £1,000 on this game on DLCs. And even for Train Sim Classic, I still will buy DLCs as well nowadays. Alright, 140. Yeah, let's get it up. Go on then. Is 140 the top on this one? Is this one 160? Where's the maximum speed? I can't remember if this one's 140 or 160. Set to 0 though, so it's not that far to the next stop. So that should sort of start bringing the speed down. So I can't remember this route that well, but I remember it okay. Like okay enough to do it HUDless without looking at the Ebula. Like I know the next station isn't that far along. Yeah, here it is coming up. As we did do a fair amount of this route when it first came out. Sort of learnt it. Once upon a time I did know all of the stations on here. Not anymore. Well, not off by heart at least. Although if you said where's like Rheinfeld or where's Old Baderslow, I bet, oh, it's on that route at that place. But yeah, I wouldn't be able to know the stations off by heart though on here. That's faded away, that memory. It's going to be fun learning all of the Frankfurt S-Bahn stations. Although saying that, on Kinzigtalbahn I literally know none of the stations. So for that I'll just use the Ebula. Or the Butchfahrplan. Yeah, Sifa, there we go. Which is sort of the thing about German routes. A lot of them do have the basically it's like a plan of all of the track. And it gives you stations, speed limits, but it's what the real life train drivers use. They have it on this little screen here. So you're not actually cheating by using that, you're actually being realistic. But yeah, there'd be a little plan here and it will tell you upcoming speed limits, stations, all sort of linked to the kilometre boards. So you can see we're at 54.4 at the moment. Shouldn't we have that pants graph up? I'm just thinking, we shouldn't read the front one up, should we? I mean, it's a bit late now, but probably should be that one there. Well, I'm pretty certain it should be the one at the back. Hopefully I think that's already on anyway. Pantograph. Let's get the doors shut. I don't think it really particularly matters, but I think it is meant to be that one there. Right, Hamburg-Rahlstedt next. Which isn't that far away. And off we go. And after that we get a bit of a gap over to Arensburg. Arensburg is where quite a lot of the sort of the slower services, some of them do, there's like peak time services which terminate at Arensburg. So sort of a town just outside of Hamburg, so a few services do terminate there. And go into sort of the middle platforms. And also Arensburg's also a point where a lot of freight trains will wait for the passenger trains to go through. So if you're ever doing a freight service, you might see at Arensburg for about 5 to 10 minutes, waiting for a passenger train to go through. It's a good timetable on this route. It's also a Joe Burgess timetable, which, well, he still does great timetables, but I suppose quite a lot of the routes which now come out do have. But basically, Joe Burgess set the standard for timetables. So now quite a lot of the new routes which come out do have, decent timetables. Yeah, I think this was Joe's one of his first timetables he did. Well, it was great. Well, it is great. And it was updated a year or two ago as well, to add more AI at Hamburg. Cool. And this is the next stop coming up. We are going a bit quick at the moment. Luckily it's kilometres an hour, so it always drops really quickly. As long as we come in at about 50, 60 or so, you're okay. That's about 30 miles an hour. We'll be right down the end as well. This one's actually not too bad to drive. Like, you usually have a bit of a hard time with the 112 and the 143, but the 114 actually seems fairly straightforward. One of the hardest German trains to drive is the blimmin' 111. That one's annoying. Especially when it's on like the fast routes. Right, here we are. This is Hamburg-Rahlstedt. Which the 111 we do actually need to drive again at some point, but do it on the Mittenwaldbahn, which is another really good route. So we need to do at some point. Don't know, does it really matter too much that we got that one up? I probably would be feeling a bit of stress on it, wouldn't it? Should really be that one. Because I think you can change it in the back. What pantograph is up. We could change it actually. Should we try and change it? Yeah, go on then. Let's change it. Let's open the pop the pantograph down. We will lose a couple of minutes here. I can't remember where you change it. Is it here? Yeah, rear. Let's whack that up. Should now do, yeah, that's done the other panel. That is the one we should have up. Set it to close, get the doors shut, and off we go. Arensburg, next bit of a gap. Just gotta hope we can get power now. Seems okay. There you go, right up to a bit of speed. Let's go. Funny old horn on this one. And we're off. Oh my god, that looks really noisy on the little audio bar there. Oh. Nice, right, up to, yeah, 140 I think it went up to. So we can proper get a nice bit of speed on us. Oh, I remember one of the things about this route, one of the ambient sounds or sort of external sounds, duck sounds. Yeah, there's quite a lot of duck sounds or duck ponds alongside this route, so in a lot of places you'll just hear ducks. Remember that was one of the one of the things when this route come out. Yeah, duck sounds. There's another train there. Is that the yeah, it's the M-Wagon. That's the diesel one, so there'll be a 218 on, or there should be a 218 on the back. There's the duck sounds, you just heard. Yeah, there's an M-Wagon. So yeah, that comes with the DBBR 218 DLC. You get the diesel cab car version of the M-Wagon. Which this is sort of the primary route for the 218. Not too bad, not that bad a route, this one. I mean, it hasn't been upgraded yet, but it's not a bad route. Get a photo along this bit. Let's get one here. Oh, hello, why's that going all blurry? Why can't I go down? There's like an invisible barrier or something just there. Oh, that's bizarre. That sort of affects the photos, like like an invisible barrier. We could try and get one there, I suppose. I want to go back a bit, but there's like an invisible wall. That sort of blurs it. That's not ideal. Might have to manually do this one. Let's try and manually do it. Focal point. Put field of view up a bit. A bit of rotation maybe. Yeah, get that one. You sort of need it to be a bit light. Let's try a bit further along. There's like an invisible barrier. What about now? That might be better. Oh, there you go, that's better. Yeah, there's no invisible barrier now. Photo mode's cool when it works properly. Yeah, that'll do. Cool. So we'll do that 34 past into Arensburg. It's 31. We did lose about 45 seconds whilst we were faffing with the panto. Although we might be able to make that up. But thanks all for coming in. If you have made it this far, it's been good fun. I'm quite enjoying this. Like some sort of journeys, it's like, are we almost there yet? But this one's like, I like this. So it's not a bad route, this one. It is a good one. Just it's not, well, it's one of the old ones. It hasn't been up. You know, it's got all the old lighting and stuff. But it's quite fun, sort of, yeah, driving the 114 on here. Sort of a good chance to get back in the 114, not being on the Kinzigtalbahn. Means we don't get blurry textures. Well, not as much as what you get on Kinzigtalbahn. So we should get well, we should get a drop down for Arensburg. Yeah, I know that. We should see a decrease in the speed limit. If we don't, well, we should. I think it's like 100 or so through Arensburg, so it does drop down. I'm just going to set the speed selector and start popping that down a bit. So I don't think we're too far off now. So sort of start to get the dynamics on or whatever. Yeah, here it is. Thought it did drop down a bit. Well, I thought it dropped down a bit sooner, or a bit before the station, but here we are. Again, the brakes are decent on here. Yeah, so the middle platform is sort of for the terminating services. And then you've got the little loop there to the right of us. That's where some of the freight trains go in and wait for about 5-10 minutes. You get some good freight consists on here. Oh, and on this route you also get the MRCE 182, or like G4 or G6, whatever it is. I think it's the G4 or something. But yeah, you get the BR 182 on this route, the MRCE version for freight. Saves you getting rapid transit and then getting the DLC on top for the DBBR 182, which is another train we haven't driven in a very long time. I know we have driven it recently. We've driven the Austrian one. Right, here we are. That will probably do. I don't think we're much more than 180 metres. We're certainly in the platform, so let's just stop here. And we're on time. This has been a good run. We're doing well. There's a 112. Sort of good comparison between the two locos. There's the 114, Kinzigtaubahn, and the native train to this route, the one you get with this route, the 112. So I'd say this one probably looks a bit more modern. There's another 112. Yes, there's the two locos. This one looks a bit more similar to the 143. Right, Arensburg Garten halt next. Get that off, and I've got to wait for all the brakes and stuff to come off. There you go. Right, we're off. Let's go. What's it been? 28 minutes. I think it's at about 33 minutes this service. So yeah, that's all work out quite nicely. It's quite a nice little terminating point, Bargteheide. It's like quite a... It's not like a big station. Like quite a quiet-ish one. Like it's not quite bad, old or slow. That's sort of a fair... You know, there's a bit of a junction there. It's got a few platforms. Bargteheide is just, yeah, just 3 platforms. The two, the through lines, and then just a little sort of bay platform. There's not really a lot to it, really. I don't think it's a big place really either. So quite a nice little terminating point. Oh yeah, in between Arensburg and Bad Oldersloe. There's another station between Bad Oldersloe and Bargteheide. I think it's like Kufferwitz or something like that. You still have it. And apparently this station in real life, or at least I remember when this route come out, people were saying it was getting like knocked down, even though it's like a newish station, because there's some sort of branch line. There's something they had to do, but they had to like basically rebuild the station, even though it's, well, it looks pretty new. Something like that. Here's a 406, which comes over from Colnarken for a few of the ICE free runs. Although I think you can also get it from Kassel-Würzburg now, but I think the later gets activated from Colnarken. The original high-speed route. It does feel weird to think that we've been doing this now for, well, I mean, 5 years. It's like, what? No, that's weird. Like, we've been doing frequent TSW videos, yeah, for 5 years now. And still fun. Still fun. And how much has changed as well in that 5 years? I mean, 2020, I'm going to give away my age here. Hang on, let's quickly come to a stop first. Let's concentrate on the job in hand. But yeah, when 2020 lockdown, I was 16. Yeah, 16. Obviously, well, I was at home away from college because of COVID. And now, yeah, sort of 5 years on, work on the railroad railway, on trains. Yeah, well, full-time job on the railway. It's weird, yeah, weird how sort of quick it's gone. But now, yeah, if you add 5 to 16, you get 20, 21. Let's get the doors shut. Right, and Bargteheide next. It's quite fast this bit as well, yeah, 160. Which, I think 140. I think the top speed's 140 on here. Can't see the VMAX anywhere. Right, brakes are coming off. It's also weird to see sort of how much TSW has progressed as well. From how it was in 2020 to how it is now. I mean, a lot has changed. I mean, there are still things which I would have thought we would have had by now, like things like multiplayer and stuff like that. Like how SimRail has done it. I thought we would have sort of maybe had that by now, but I don't think we'd ever see that. Yeah, a lot's happened. Also, didn't think we'd be on Train Sim Mod 5. I don't think we'd be having that. And it's also weird as well because Train Sim World, well, is an old game now, really. I mean, the original Train Sim Mod Sandpatch Grade or CSX Heavy Hull released in, I think, autumn 2016. So, I mean, Train Sim World is, in fact, quite an old game now. 9 years old. Which is also just weird. It's like, what? Well, of course, it's been updated. There's different versions and stuff. But, so, yeah, the Train Sim World title is, oldish now. Right, green over yellow, so pop that down. It was only 4 kilometres. That is magnetised as well. So we've got the 1000 Hertz magnet, which means we need to slow down quite quickly. This one actually catches you out quite easily, especially this one here. Yeah, it's caught me out a few times, that one. It's a little bugger, that one. So green over yellows, unless it's got otherwise specified on it, like a 6 or 7 or an 8 or whatever is. I think it's meant to be 40 kilometres an hour, or 45, but you want to go 40 to be on the safe side. So as we're coming into the terminating platform. It's been a really, really nice run. So thanks everybody for coming in. It's been really enjoyable being back on here. I'm very much in the German mood at the moment. So if you like German stuff, there's plenty more of it coming. So those Americans wondering when I'm going to be in the American mood, unfortunately, I do not know. Like the MBTA Boston line, or Boston Worcester line. That I want to do. But it's just their time. That's a long old journey, that one. Should get a I don't know. It should get a 500 hertz. Yeah. Oh, I thought there was a buffer stop at the end here, but no, it's just a loop. Yeah, I was under the impression there was a buffer stop. That'll be the 500 hertz. Oh no, not just yet. With the 500 hertz magnet, you can cross at 65 kilometers an hour, but within like 100 meters of the red signal, you need to be going below 25. So you can see we've got the 500 hertz magnet. Now I love German safety systems are just so cool. Like PZB is awesome. I highly recommend learning the German safety systems because they're just amazing. Right, we'll go up to the. No, we'll go up to the next one. Yeah, we'll go up to this one. I don't think we're quite 90 meters. This one we'll do here. I think really that's for the other platform, but. Oh, look at that! Brilliant. There goes 218, we're whizzing past with the M-Wagon. Cool. Well, that is going to be it, everybody. For what you got on the back there? Is that a 112 on the back? That is going to be it, everybody, for today's Train Sim World 5 video. Hopefully everyone's enjoyed it. That was a really enjoyable one here on the Hamburg to Lubeck route. Which, even though it's an old route, recommend it. It's good. And of course you can use all of these other different trains on it as well. Links can be found in all of the usual places: Discord, PayPal, merch store, as well as our affiliate link for the lovely UK departure board. Feel free to check that out. Apart from that, we've got a platinum medal as well. I didn't realise you could get that on this route. But see you all, and take care. Bye, guys.